NCAA football at a Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The 41st meeting between the Crimson Tide of Alabama and the Tigers of LSU. Baton Rouge on a warm, sunny afternoon after some 50 days of a little bit of rain at one time or another during the day. We've got a dandy here for the renewal of this rivalry between Alabama and Louisiana State. Deep to receive the kickoff for Alabama, Tony Nathan, number 22, and Mitch Ferguson, number 41. Kicking off for the white-shirted LSU Tigers will be Mike Conway, 158-pound junior out of Texarkana. The officials, Pete Williams, the referee, Harvey Harder, the umpire, a couple of Georgia Techers, linesman and line judge, George Morris and Henry Hare. Back judge is Charles Horton, and the field judge is Johnny Grace. It's a fine day for a college football game, and we're in the right place. Here we go. It is Ferguson back in the end zone. He'll put it down. There'll be no return. The offensive backfield for the University of Alabama Crimson Tide will line up this way. At quarterback will be number 11, Jeff Rutledge, an improving ball player. Tony Nathan, number 22. Both of them run out of Birmingham. Lou Eichner will be at halfback. He can fly. And the big guy, Johnny Davis, the fullback, with Ozzie Newsome at the split-in position. First down for Alabama at the 20-yard line. First offensive play of the game will be out of the wishbone. Now they break it and send Eichner wide, bring Newsome in to a tight end position, and they attack it with Tony Nathan over the left side of the line, and the LSU Tigers button him up right about the 21. Working up front for the Alabama Crimson Tide, Dave Sadler at an offensive tackle, Lou Green at guard, Dwight Stevenson is the center, Bob Whiter at 258, one of the biggest, and a guy I really like, Jim Bunch, number 63, and Rick Neal, number 8. That Bunch is 6'1", 223, but every time I've seen him, he's played a heck of a football game. For Alabama, it is second down and 9. They go to Johnny Davis, a little bit of delay. The big guy runs it up the middle. He is very close to a first down at the 30, brought down by Bobby Moreau, linebacker, and Kent Roja, a defensive lineman. Up front, it's Lou Silvey, George Atiyah, Kent Broha, and John Adams. Great name, John Adams. Steve Ripple, George Cupid, and Bobby Moreau are the linebackers. Bobby used to play quarterback here at LSU. And the secondary, Willie Teal, Bob Kahn, Gary Blacketer, and Jackie Casanova. It is third down and very short, and Alabama goes over the right side behind Whiter and Jim Bunch with Tony Nathan doing the slashing. They've got their first down up around the 33, make it the 32-yard line. So it's first down for Alabama, first of the afternoon in their first offensive possession. Alabama will be attacking this afternoon, Ara Parsekian, one of the youngest defensive teams in the country in LSU colors.
I think that's the thing to watch, particularly early in the game.
Rutledge option. They hit him hard, but he turns it upfield at about the 36-yard line for the better part of 4 yards. So it'll be second down and 6 coming up. Sometimes, though, when you get a bunch of youngsters out there, that they'll get in the right place at the wrong time or the wrong place at the right time and make it work.
Charlie Mack was saying yesterday that he felt that his ball club in this game had to maintain possession of it when they get it to keep the burden off of this young defensive Tiger team.
Second down and 6 for Alabama. They're set up in the bone again. And Rutledge gives to Davis, and Davis has a lot of room over the right side behind Bunch and Whiter, and he's up to about the 44-yard line for the first down. They're playing on real grass. The field is dry. The temperature 72 degrees. The wind will blowing about 12 miles an hour, and the humidity 62%. And let me tell you, that's refreshing because yesterday the humidity was 97% here.
It sure was. It was raining. There was a 30% chance today, but it's a beautiful afternoon.
Just shy of the 45-yard line of Alabama, the Tide first down. They've gone out 2 first downs in a row. They're trying to grind it up the field. And with the big bull, Johnny Davis, blasting up the middle, he's across midfield. He takes it down to the LSU 48. So that's the first time that there has been an invasion. Now look at this. In the second quarter, Houston is leading top-ranked Texas by a score of 10-7. A minute and 50 seconds to play in the ball game. Bo Rines, North Carolina State Wolfpack leading 17-14. Penn State has the ball, however, and the opportunity is there for Joe Paterno's Lions. We'll watch those scores through the afternoon. The pitch goes to Nathan. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage, runs out of the tackle. but they get him for a loss. Steve Ripple brings him down. John Adams, with number 37, Willie Teal, the cornerback, fired in, made the first contact, and almost nailed him for a big loss.
Well executed. Here's Adams, defensive tackle, penetrates down to the inside, pursues, clear across the field. Of course, Nathan was knocked early, and he gets the tackle on the far side.
And the loss is back to the Alabama 45-yard line. Back to the Alabama 47-yard line as Rutledge goes to throw on third down and 17, and the intended receiver, Ozzie Newsome, making his cut, fell down. The ball sails harmlessly out of bounds, and it'll bring up fourth down for Alabama. Newsome had cut for the sidelines on the open side of the field. Fell down.
This is unusual for Ozzie. He's got good feet. He breaks to the outside, turns, and you see him slip right here. He actually tripped over his own foot, it looks like, and it was not the poor footing. The footing looks excellent.
Buddy Holt is in the punt. Chris Williams is deep for LSU. Not a particularly long kick, but it takes an Alabama roll, and it rolls inside the 10-yard line, where LSU will have to start with very poor field position. We'll mark it and call it the 9-yard line. 43-yard punt with the roll. LSU comes up with Steve Ensminger, a sophomore, at quarterback for them. He played well last week. Charles Alexander, widely publicized. Kelly Simmons, primarily a blocker and a good one. Mike Quintella opens at the split back, and the flyer Carlos Carson at the split end. So here's LSU now, starting from just outside the 9-yard line, their first defensive possession of the afternoon. They're out of the I formation, out of the power line. The ball is given to Quintella. The split back coming on what I guess you could call a countering reverse, and it works for good yardage out to about the 17-yard line. Up front, it's Chris Rich, offensive tackle at 254 pounds. Craig Dewey, 234 pounds. Jay Whitley at 222 snapping. William Johnson, 230-pound guard. Robert Dugas, 261-pound junior, and Robert DeLee, a 225-pound freshman at the tight end. It is second down and 2 for LSU, and Alexander is short of the first down as he is hit hard at the 19. Defensively for Alabama, Wayne Hamilton, last time we saw him, he was just flat brilliant against USC. Marty Lyons, Terry Jones, David Hanna, and Dewey Mitchell on a 5-man front. Linebackers Rich Wingo and Barry Krause. Ricky Gilliland will play a lot, too. Don McNeil, Mike Tucker, Murray Legg, and Mike Kramer, the defensive secondary. And if you're going to attack Alabama, that's where you attack them. Alabama now with that 5-man front, 2 linebackers up close. Both cornerbacks come up, and they give it away to Simmons, the fullback. Simmons dives for the first down, and Rich Wingo hits him jaw to jaw, and I'm not at all sure that he picked it up as you see the bear on the sideline.
Super piece of work here by number 36, Rich Wingo. Watch him step right in. No, he's unblocked, actually, and of course keeps the Tigers from making a first down. The first down play by Quintella was rather interesting, Keith. He's only carried the ball about 1.5 times per game in the first 7 games. And, of course, the Tigers, trying to break any scouting reports, gave it to him on the first play.
Charlie McClendon closed his gates for the practice this week. First time he'd ever done it in 16 years here at LSU. Bobby Moreau will do the pointing now on 4th down and 1. He'll be kicking the ball toward Ozzie Newsome. I think that tells you something about the athletic ability of Newsome. Big rush. Kick is away, and it's a good one. Newsome, nothing but white shirts in front of him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white shirts coming right down the barrel at him. 41-yard kick. Alabama has the ball back. First down at the 40. The Goodyear Blimp America with Captain Mike Fitzpatrick. At the controls, Billy Sullivan, our ABC cameraman, and Bill Triantafello, the video man up there. Triantafello. Sounds like a defensive tackle. Here we go, Alabama, first down at the 40. Rutledge will put it up, throws, the pass is caught by Ozzie Newsome.
What a catch that was. The ball was behind him. His feet was going out from under him. He still managed to hang onto that ball.
And it's a first down as the ball is marked at the LSU 49-yard line. You can see the story on Ozzie Newsome of 1977. I won't keep belaboring the point, but he's a great football player. Alabama now trying to get something on the board as Rutledge options. Got some room. He's run down from behind by John Adams, number 86. So John Adams, great name, good player.
Here he is again, 6'3", 226. Just pursues, comes right down the line. He's unblocked. They were hopeful, I'm sure, that he could not catch the play from behind. And he's got the kind of speed, I guess, that can do it.
227-pound sophomore from DeRidder, Louisiana. Gain on the play, 2 yards. Make it second down. 8 for Alabama. It's a short 8. Rutledge outside it goes to Eichner. And Lou Eichner with that good speed duped a couple of white shirts, got away from him. Alabama's got another first down. And the ball goes to the LSU 38-yard line, and a great block thrown by the fullback, Johnny Davis.
Well, this is what we were talking about at the top. Davis can really block and he can really run. Really an outstanding football player.
Ball very close to the 38-yard line. Penn State with the football on the North Carolina State 19-yard line with a minute to play. That information a moment ago, and North Carolina State leading 17-14. Texas trailing Houston in the second quarter. Right here, no score as the pass is in the air, and it is complete to Ozzie Newsome.
The very thing that happened in the early going here, here's Ozzie Newsome, is that we got a replay on this catch again, but this is still a tough catch because Rutledge really drills this ball. He just comes down. There's no underneath coverage, and you can see Newsome's hands grabbing the ball off. I know that Charlie McClendon would rather have that young defensive team on the sideline, his offensive team with the ball, but unfortunately, that's not the case for him.
Just inside the 25-yard line, call it to 24. Johnny Davis, the fullback, runs out of tackles, keeps on going. Johnny hammers it to the 13. Bobby Moreau and Jackie Casanova finally bring him down. Johnny Davis, a 227-pound senior from Montgomery. And Penn State has scored to take the lead, 21-17. Fusina throwing to Scott Fitzke with 58 seconds to play, and Penn State has taken the lead over North Carolina State, 21-17.
What a comeback.
First down at the LSU 13-yard line for Alabama. Rutledge. And they get him at the 11. Willie Teal, number 37, the sophomore cornerback out of Texarkana, Texas, made the tackle. Last week, LSU was down against Ole Miss 21-0, I guess it was, and they came hammering back and pulled it out. They have not been a particularly good first-half team this season.
Right. This is an excellent drive by the Tide. Their execution has been very good, both passing and running. They're down here knocking on the door.
With 6:15 to go first quarter. Second down at the 11 for Alabama. Second and 8. And Rutledge stands, throws. Batted away. He had Teal out there open. John Adams is in on the play again, number 86. Benji Thibodeau, another youngster, a freshman in there at tackle. He only weighs 215 pounds. But a couple of years from now, when these freshmen and sophomores get through growing, they're going to be much bigger, and they're going to be experienced.
Keith, I think that Rutledge called an audible there. He was a little longer at the line of scrimmage, and I think he saw something that he liked. And had the ball not been batted down, it would have been a touchdown because he had Rick Neal open in the left sideline.
Neal is out, and Travis is in now for Alabama. LSU defense jumping around. Rutledge gives up. Well, he's had no chance.
Well, they had a broken play here, too. They weren't set.
Looked like he turned around, and everybody was gone.
Well, what it was looked like he wanted an end around to the wide side of the field. He started faking to the right, but before he could get the ball off to the end coming back, he was knocked down by about 3 Tigers.
Roger Chapman is in for the field goal. It is a 31-yard field goal. He'll kick it out of the hold of Kevin Jones. It is up. It is no good. And so that's the lift for the Tigers as they turn away Alabama. And we still have no score. Tiger Stadium at LSU in Baton Rouge. The Tigers have the ball. Best field position they've had so far today at the 20-yard line. First down. Gonzalo wants to throw. Now he's going to be stuck behind the line of scrimmage. Ripped by 93, Marty Lyons. Wayne Hamilton also had penetrated. He wanted to throw an option pass. He looked upfield for Carlos Carson. Carson had turned it to the sidelines. Couldn't find him. Oklahoma, having a little trouble with Oklahoma State, has finally moved ahead 21-14. And Texas has now moved ahead at halftime of Houston, 14-13. That loss is back to the 11-yard line. It is second down and 19 out of the I formation. It's Alexander. You don't think he's not exciting?
He found the daylight there. The play is designed to go off tackle a little wider than what he ran, and he saw the daylight, and he really took it. Let's take a look at it. It's just a quick pitch from Ensminger. We see Alexander cut back to the inside, hurdles a couple of people, and, of course, picks up the first down.
Number 72, Dugas, there was the man that really opened the door for him and got him going.
Guess he didn't get the first down. That's right. They had that negative yardage on the first play.
Got 13 on it. It's third down and 7. Alexander is in motion to the sidelines, and Ensminger's first pass of the day off the hands of Carlos Carson. Incomplete, defending Mike Tucker for Alabama. And so LSU comes up short of the first down. We'll have a look at Mr. Carson.
Here's Carlos Carson, just comes up the field on a drive up, turns back to the inside. The Alabama team is zoning off. He gets tight coverage after the ball is in the air, just off of his fingertips.
Bobby Moreau will punt now for LSU. Ozzie Newsome is deep. Got a little help this time. Ball is loose. Recovered by LSU. Penalty flag is down. Did he wave fair catch?
I thought he signaled fair catch. I wonder if
the flag would indicate it. It was a bit of a quick decision on Newsome's part. He didn't declare himself terribly well. The gauge came down and hit him. LSU obviously is arguing that it was not a definitive call on the fair catch. Interference against LSU. Let's have a look now. See if
we can see it here. Ozzie Newsome comes up the field of ball. Keeps moving forward. I don't see it.
He did not call fair catch, but he also did not have a fair opportunity to receive the ball either.
It may be that's what he's calling. Let's see whether the contact. Let's see if the contact is just before the ball gets there. Yes. I think it's almost simultaneous.
That means Alabama will get the ball. LSU absorbs the penalty. The Crimson Tide gets the first down at the 45-yard line. It could be that the ball actually struck the LSU player coming down. Well, whatever. It's a penalty against LSU, and Alabama gets the ball first down at the 45.
Right call.
Stedman Shealy now is in at quarterback for Alabama. A little better runner, a little bigger and stronger. He's got it. Like I said, good runner.
Yeah. Remember him in the Southern Cal Alabama game. He came in, and he's quick.
He moves it from the 45 down to the 33, 12 yards. First down, Alabama.
He's no little fella either. He's 186 pounds. He looks smaller than that, but he's a good-sized guy.
Donnie Faust is in the backfield along with Major Ogilvie, and it's Faust with the ball, number 44, and he goes to the 30-yard line. Mitch Ferguson's also in the lineup, and John Adams made the tackle again for LSU, number 86, and Charlie McClendon pacing on the sideline.
I'm going to be impressed with Terry Bryant's confidence in all of his players. He's willing to put them in under any circumstances. Here we are. He's got Faust in there, Eichner out. He makes all kinds of changes. And, of course, at the end in the fourth quarter, it often tells.
Travis wide right, Bolton wide left for Alabama. Second down, 7 yards to go from the LSU 30. This whole ball game's been played pretty much in LSU country. They go into the middle of the fullback, and he belts it down to about the 25-yard line before he is finally tumbled down. Mitch Ferguson, 5'11", 210-pound sophomore out of Augusta, and there is the final score as Bucina hit Fitzke for the winning touchdown, less than a minute to play, and Penn State beats North Carolina State 21-17. So that should keep the Nittany Lions in around the 7th position unless somebody else loses and they have a chance to move up. Third down, Tide needs 2 yards at the LSU 25. Stedman Shealy is caught behind the line of scrimmage, number 94. Wyman White, a freshman out of Franklin, Louisiana, and Kent Boha, 97, a junior out of New Orleans, planted him back at the 27-yard line, and that'll bring up fourth down. So that LSU defense, they may be a bunch of babies, but they'll take it to you.
Well, they fired the cornerback, Chris Williams, a freshman, number 22, And he missed a tackle in there, but he disrupted things enough to make this a negative yardage play.
This is a 43-yard field goal attempt by Roger Chapman. He missed one a while ago from 31. Chapman on the season then is 9 for 17. This being his 18th attempt. He's got this one in the air. And it is good. And so Alabama, with 1 minute and 37 seconds to play in the first quarter, gets on the board to lead LSU 3-0. We're going to kick it off now as Alabama has taken the lead 3-0, and we come back across the rich farmland into Tiger Stadium with Roger Chapman ready to kick it, and Hokie Gajon will be the deep middleman for LSU. With Murphy and Leroy Jones back there, Gajon has the ball. The freshman out of Baton Rouge, looking for the sideline. Almost got there. He got out to about the 20. It was a good defensive play by Rick Neal, who refused him the sidelines and knocked him out. You bet. Rick Neal kept the containment on the sideline, and otherwise that could have been a long, long kickoff return. The offensive unit goes back on the field now for LSU as Alabama leads 3-0 with a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Steve Ensminger sets him up out of the I formation with Alexander deep. Simmons the fullback, and movement by the right side of the LSU line. It was Mike Quintella, the split back, who had moved up into a line position, and he missed the count, and it'll cost him 5 for procedure. Well, they sure use a lot of different sets and formations, and they were hopeful of trying to confuse the Alabama defense. But, you know, the one thing that you have to be impressed by in the Alabama team, they always have steady, consistent defensive football teams, and they're hard to fool. Alabama waves it off. They'll take the play instead to make it 2nd down and 10 from the 21-yard line. Into the lineup now for LSU comes Leroy Jones, a sophomore out of Baker, Louisiana. He's in at fullback. Wallace out to the right. Here comes Ensminger to throw it. Has a man open, throws it. Pass is incomplete. The pass intended for Marcus Quinn, number 40, a freshman in at the split back position from New Orleans. Still wouldn't have been enough for a first down either, even if he'd hung on to the ball. He sure was wide open. Sure was. Kelly Simmons goes back into the backfield now for LSU. And Leroy Jones comes out. Ball is at the 21, 3rd down and 10 for the Tigers. Quintella comes wide to the right, along with Quinn. That's Alexander in motion. Now they got 3 men on the wide side of the field. They go over the middle with it. The pass is tipped and it's incomplete. The pass was deflected by Rich Wingo, number 36, linebacker, who had dropped into the short zone. Ensminger didn't even look at Alexander. He had run him off to this side of the field, had him out there where he could put him one-on-one. That's exactly right, and that was a good piece of work by Wingo. Otherwise, it had a completion. He just tipped that ball away. Newsom deep for Alabama. Moreau's punt. Good kick. Oh, big one. Newsom will try. Ozzie takes a little punishment, but he gets it back to the 36-yard line. That was a 53-yard punt. Boy, he put the foot to that one. This is what's shaken today among the top 10. Of course, Texas is not a final score, and Alabama, of course, just started. Now, Oklahoma 21-14 at halftime. Ohio State won today. So did Notre Dame. Nebraska is not a final either. They're leading 12-10 over Missouri. Jeff Rutledge is back in at quarterback now for Alabama at the 36-yard line. The first unit back in, and it's big Johnny Davis ramming it out close to the 40 before it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white shirts to knock him down. His nickname, the Bull, I'll tell you this, he demonstrates it every game we watch him. He can run. He gained 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Davis has carried the ball 5 times now for 38 yards in a ball game. Newsom comes wide to the open side of the field. LSU with 6-man front. 2 linebackers jammed right in tight. They option him outside. So they over the middle down defense, and they get Eichner outside, and the penalty flag goes down. I think Alabama's going to be whistled for a foul. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if it wasn't Ozzie Newsom who flipped trying to make a block. Sometimes you see these clipping calls, and there's not much you can do about it because the man you're trying to block twists away from you, or he's got you, and you fall down across his legs, and it's clipping. And that's what it is.
Sometimes they're inadvertent. The nature of the game, the closeness, and the fractions of seconds as people turn, they can occur not deliberately.
Tonight at 9 Eastern Time, boxing, Ken Norton, Jimmy Young, the headliners. Norton, 39-4. Young, 22-5-2 in their heavyweight career. And we're also told that the World Boxing Council has threatened to take away the title from Muhammad Ali if he doesn't agree to meet the winner of the Norton-Young fight tonight. You'll also see Sugar Ray Leonard going against Augustine Estrada, Jerry Quarry making a comeback against Lorenzo Zanon. It'll be out of Las Vegas, 9 Eastern Time, over most of these ABC stations. I'm sure Muhammad Ali's worried about what the WBC does. Here's Jeff Rutledge back to throw, and he's caught and sacked behind the line of scrimmage by Kent Broha. LSU gives yardage grudgingly, and once in a while, one of those youngsters will take a chance and come banging in and make a big play just like that. The first quarter is over, and the score after 1. Alabama 3, LSU nothing. As we go to the second quarter of play, the cheerleaders doing their thing on the sidelines, whisking life and limb. Meantime, it is 3rd down and 19 for Alabama. The football is sitting at the 28-yard line. Now, here's the offensive alignment as they come up. Ozzie Newsome, Bruce Bolton, both in at a wide receiver position, and Tim Travis, the tight end, as they work out of the I formation. But Rutledge gives the ball inside to the fullback, Davis, and he really didn't surprise anybody. Well, they pick up kicking down.
Well, they pick up the wind this quarter, so when he puts the ball up on the punt, he should get pretty good distance on it.
Thomas Lott now, we are told, has been injured in the Oklahoma State game. That takes away some of the efficiency of the Sooners, and the Cowboys are giving them all they want, aren't they? 28-28 in the third quarter. Here's the snap, a little bit high. Pressure on the punt, but he gets it away, and the ball will be left to roll, and it's going to roll down about the 23-yard line. Next week, we'll have the Oklahoma Sooners against the Colorado Buffaloes. Kent Broha was the man that almost got through there to block that 43-yard punt, the first quarter numbers.
As you can see, it's dominated by the Alabama Crimson Tide. First down, 7-0. Yards rushing 63-13. Passing yards 25-0. 88-13. Possession time 9:54. So Alabama dominated, but the score is only 3-0.
And it's first down LSU at their own 23. LSU offense has not been able to do much so far. Do anything this time either. As that hit is made right about the line of scrimmage. Jerry Murphy, a sophomore out of Birmingham, just couldn't find any room at all. Second down, ball at 10. Quintella in motion. Murphy again up to the 25 for 2 yards, and that'll do it for him. He played at Banks High School in Birmingham, Alabama. Played, I guess, in the same backfield with Jeff Rutledge, who's quarterbacking Alabama. These scores are all final, coming out of the New England area, the Ivy League. Yale beating Princeton today, and Brown defeated Dartmouth 13-10. Big win there for John Anderson's ball club, 34-15. Harvard over Penn. The scores as LSU comes up to the line now on 3rd down and 8. They send Quintella in motion. Alabama sending Wingo. They hand the ball up the middle, and it doesn't work. Wingo is right there. He started his blitz, then backed off of it, and waited, and look at that. Syracuse leading Navy 31-20 in the third quarter. Ricky Gilliland was the man who actually made the tackle for Alabama, and so LSU still without a first down in the game.
Gilliland made a great play on that to save a first down yardage play.
Moreau to punt, no pressure. Goal line drive, Newsom's going to take it. It is as Tony Nathan dropped back 22 instead of 82, and he's skittering around looking for some room. That ball was kicked 40 yards, but it was a low liner.
Hey, if he'd have stepped inside instead of trying to turn to the corner, he'd had a good return on it. He had a nice wall set up for it.
Alabama with decent field position out at the 30-yard line. First down with Rutledge, Davis, Nathan Eichner in the backfield. Newsom wide to the open side of the field. Handed off to the big guy, Davis. He moves it from the 30. Fumble, and LSU got the ball. Somebody punched it loose, and looks like John Adams came up with it. There he is, number 86. And the young Tiger defense
It's off to a good start. This is a big break for him here. They see if they can capitalize on it or not.
This is the first time that LSU has been in Alabama territory. Here's the play. Adams looping in, trailing the play now, and he sees that ball squirt loose and goes right in there and gets it. It's first down LSU at the Alabama 34-yard line, and Charles Alexander is down to about the 30.
Looked like 59, Terry Jones making the play, went right around the center and caught it from behind.
Alabama second ranked in the country. Other scores still coming in as TCU is leading Texas Tech. And SMU and Rice, Colorado over Iowa State 12-0 at halftime. Buffalo is warming up for the big one against the Sooners next week. Call a second down and 7. And it's Alexander. Hit at the 31. Punches ahead maybe to the 30, maybe the 29.
Great job there by Terry Jones. He just whipped the center and came right down the line of scrimmage. I watched him all the way on that play. He was really great.
It'll be a third down play now for LSU. The ball is just inside the 30. They've got to go inside the 24 to get a first down. Notre Dame, a big day against Georgia Tech, huh? Irish are making a move. Here's the pitch to Alexander. Good blocking right side of the line. First down, LSU. Johnson, Dugas, Dewey, and Whitley. All four of them did a heck of a job up front to get Alexander going.
You have to be impressed with the acceleration that time of Alexander. He really thrust in there.
Ball is just inside the 20 of Alabama. First down, LSU. Sam McCabe, sophomore out of Baytown, Texas, 6'4", tight end in the lineup. Carlos Carson, number 3, goes right. First down of the day for LSU. Handed off inside to the fullback, Kelly Simmons, number 42, and he's down to about the 18 for a couple of yards. Into the lineup defensively for Alabama, number 94, Wayne Hamilton. After what I saw him do against Southern California and Los Angeles, I'm surprised he ever sits down.
He had a sensational game out there.
They get second down and more like 9 for LSU right near the Alabama 18-yard line. Insminger keeps the ball, pitches it back to Quintella, loses its footing, gets inside the 15 before Mike Kramer makes the tackle for the Tide. So they're going to be looking at third down, and they're going to need about 4.5 yards.
The timing was just a shade off on that play. Otherwise, Louisiana would have had a big gainer on it. But just a shade. The pitch was just a little deep, and Quintella couldn't get quite to the line of scrimmage soon enough.
Well, it figures Alexander would be involved in the play, but they right now put him up in a slot position and send him in motion. So it's going to be a pass, and Alexander sitting over there all by himself. The pass is thrown out there to Marcus Quinn. He can't come up with it. One of the reasons the pass was thrown poorly was because Dewey Mitchell was howdying Steve Insminger.
He sure was. He got to him before he could unload the ball. And, of course, Quinn was trying to slide along the line of scrimmage. They thought they'd catch him in man-to-man, but I think they were in zone, and it just didn't work.
Mike Conway for a 31-yard field goal. LSU has not had a field goal this year. They're 0 for 5. From 31 yards, it's good. It's the first field goal of the season for the LSU Tigers with 9 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the first half. We're all even at 3 apiece. Well, everybody's having themselves a time here in Baton Rouge this afternoon. The home team has just pulled even on a 31-yard field goal, and here's the kickoff to Mitch Ferguson.
Oh, look out.
Oh, here it goes.
What a block.
Beautiful blocking by Alabama. Chris Williams finally shoved him out. Williams had to give up and get away from the red shirts and angle at him to get him out.
Here we go.
Mike Brock was the guy, I think, Era, that throws that big block over there.
Well, I see Rick Neal also threw one up here. That looked like a clip almost there, but watch right down here. Rick Neal stay right with his man and actually set this with a long gainer. Right there, Rick Neal knocks him down, and of course he picks up all that additional yardage.
57 yards. First down, Alabama. LSU, 37. Rutley rolled out at the 35. Another look at it from the end zone. As you see, Ferguson almost go all the way.
Well, they set up a great wall here.
Right, that could have been flipping.
Here's number 8, Rick Neal. You see right there making the block, and of course, that makes a big difference. It was almost,
Brock backed upfield, almost clipped, but didn't. Ball is at the 36-yard line, where it is second down and 9. Alabama with 7 first downs in the ball game as Ferguson catches his breath. LSU has 1. Rutledge to throw. Oh, the ball's loose. Tigers get it. Chris Williams, quarterback, came around and belted in. George Ataya recovered the ball. And LSU's in business at the 45.
Do you think that freshman Chris Williams is not playing a ball game? They're firing the corner man. You can see it here as Rutledge rolls out to his right. We're going to take a look at it. You can see from the backside, nobody blocks Williams, number 22. Before the ball is thrown, it's a free ball.
And it's Alexander named Charles. A couple of yards. Just short of the 45. He's up to about the 47.
I think he's getting to know a few of those defensive linemen and linebackers of the Crimson Tide. They were all there on that play.
Alexander was just 5 yards off the national lead in rushing starting the ball game, having led it for the better part of the season. He's now 32 yards on 7 carries today. Second down, 8. Alexander again. This time the blocking is better up the middle. He runs it across midfield to the Alabama 47. He's a yard and a half short of his first down. Dean Blevins replacing Thomas Lott at quarterback for the Oklahoma Sooners. On the first play, Blevins in the game, throws the ball 59 yards. Touchdown. Sooners lead the Cowboys 35-28. Third down and 2. And Insminger turns it inside, short of the first down. And down on the bottom of the stack, it is Dewey Mitchell and number 74 for Alabama, David Hanna.
I think that's the second or third time on third down and short. The Tigers have not been able to pick up that crucial first down that they want and need so badly.
Those are the kind of plays that to me like they might be a little slow developing.
Well, they're getting a lot of penetration, the defense is.
Time called by LSU. We have 7 minutes and 15 seconds to play in the first half. Good football game here at Tiger Stadium between LSU and Alabama, all tied up at 3-3. On fourth down, a yard and a half, Bobby Monroe is in punt formation. Ozzie Newsom is deep for Alabama. 7:15 to go, first half, 3-3 ball game. Kick is away, shooting it for the corner. Oh, he's got it out down here too, isn't he? Just depends on where they want to give it to him, and it's inside the 10, right near the 6-yard line. What a punt. Alabama now back in that territory where you've got to be careful on the 6-yard line, first down. They give it to Davis. Davis bangs it out for a couple of yards.
Well, you bet they got to be careful. The last 2 times they've had the ball, they have fumbled the ball, once on a passing attempt and another one on just a regular run. So psychologically, they're concerned, I'll guarantee you. I know that that's the feeling that I got when I was on the sideline and we had the ball on our own 7 or 8.
Give Davis a couple of yards, make it second down and 8 from the 8-yard line. Nathan. Fumble. Alabama keeps it, gets a first down.
Oh, you see what I'm talking about? That makes it tough.
Rick Neal, second big play in the ball game for Rick Neal. Actually, the third big play Rick has made in this ball game. He recovered the fumble.
That's no place to be giving the ball to your opponent.
It is first down, tied at their own 19. Davis behind the line of scrimmage. Kent Broha, sophomore, 220-pound junior from New Orleans. Earl Campbell, 39-yard touchdown run. Texas 21, Houston 13. They're playing that ball game at Rice Stadium in Houston, outdoors.
Well, Charlie Mack is going to be happy to have Kent Broha back. He's missed 2 games as a result of knee injury in the Kentucky game, but he's back and playing a whale of a game.
It is second down and 11 for Alabama. Inside its 18-yard line. Rutledge throws. Newsom. And dependable Ozzie is up to the 35-yard line for an Alabama first down.
He's piling up more and more statistics. Ozzie Newsom, he's just always there, dangerous. He just drives up to the outside, turns. It looked like maybe a flea flicker, but he comes upfield inside of the contain, which was number 37, Willie Teal.
First down, Alabama, 5:10 to go, first half. Score time, 3-3. Bruce Bolton comes to the side as the wide man. Hand it to Nathan. Sidestep one man, gets it to the 40, just over the 40. And it'll be second down and a short 5 for Alabama. John Adams on the tackle along with Steve Ripple.
Trying to, I think Alabama's trying to quiet down the pursuit of the Louisiana team. They fake the fullback to the right and handing back to Nathan, and he's made pretty good yardage the last couple of times.
See that Ensminger is yet to be successful through the air. LSU only has 1 first down in the ball game. Alabama gives that ball to Tony Nathan, and coming underneath is John Adams to make another tackle.
Adams and Broha are having pretty good days.
Newsom, who has all 42 of Alabama's passing yards in the game, has just come back in with Bolden going out. It is third down. The Tide needs 3. They've got it. Nathan and then some. And he may go. Teal finally follows him down at the 25 of LSU. Rick Neal, the tight end, again out in front, leading the blocking, goes for 33 yards. Newsom coming upfield from his wide receiver position, also threw a block.
Reminiscent of the way the Alabama team executed this outside option against Southern California. Perfectly executed, and you can see Nathan's speed as he turns it up down the sideline, and Rutledge made a perfect pitch out.
Ball is just short of the 25-yard line, where it is first down, Alabama, with 3:20 to go. Nathan now with 7 carries and 51 yards. Ball intended for Ozzie Newsom, deflected at the line of scrimmage by Bobby Moreau, a linebacker who had stepped in there, reached up and slapped it away. Second down, 10. Alabama. Davis. Johnny Davis. Over the 15. He may have a first down.
Good call. Good call by Rutledge. Passing down situation, and Louisiana State deployed in more of a pass defensive coverage, bringing an end out to cover the wide out, choke off that quick look in, and they gave the ball to Davis, and he came out of there clean.
Lou Green, David Sadler, 58-62. Offensive lineman left side, opened the hole for him. It is a first down at the LSU 15. Davis again. And Johnny is to the 11 for 4 yards. Green and Sadler again, same play, basically.
Well, I think Adams just tripped him up there to save it from going into the end zone.
Johnny Davis now has toted the leather 11 times and picked up 63 yards. And Nathan, between Nathan and Davis, 114 yards.
Up to their averages.
Second down and 6. Davis again inside. He's to the 6. And number 39 is going to hobble off the field. Steve Ripple, linebacker for the Tigers, will have to come out. Thad Minaldi will replace him.
One of the things that Alabama does, they put their big men, offensive linemen, in at the guards. They're 250, 60-pounders, and they're 230-pounders in at the tackle, the quick people. It used to be in the old days just the opposite.
wishbone. 3rd and 1 for the first down. Nathan, close to the first down. Don't think he quite made it, though. He might have a 4th and inches for a first down. Down around the 5.
That's one thing that LSU does well. Over the years, they've been a tremendous short yardage defensive team and goal line team.
It is going to be 4th down and inches, and the freshman from Allentown, Pennsylvania, George Atiyeh, made the stop. A-T-I-Y-E-H, Atiyeh. 4th and inches. Nathan. Got it. Well, he paid for it, though, didn't he? He hit the stack, and they stopped and he spun off of it.
Well, that's beautiful. That's beautiful football. Both offense and defense. It looked like they had him stopped, and of course he rolled right off of it. That's just sensational football as I view it. You watch it. Here, Rutledge gives the ball off, and it looks like LSU has stopped Tony Nathan. He dives in there, then he rolls off of the pile, all the penetration, then he gets another terrific shot. Look at this. Super football.
Chris Williams and Willie Teal. Here we go as Rutledge keeps to the 1-yard line.
Just short.
Teal had penetrated. Alabama calls time. Teal had penetrated and almost got Rutledge as he made the turn. But with 25 seconds to play in the first half, the Tide calls time. All right, you see 25 seconds left to play in the first half. Alabama coming up to the line of scrimmage, and now LSU spends a timeout. Both teams now with 2 remaining, I believe, or LSU will have 1, I guess, remaining after this. So LSU trying to mass its forces, trying to get everybody to settle down, and also trying to put a little pressure on Alabama, but that's pretty hard.
I think so. I think they're just trying to outcycle them, but that's awful close to the goal line. The ball is only about a foot or less.
This is the 13th play of this drive that Alabama started from its own 6-yard line. So they've used an awful lot of time in pumping it down the field. And you can see there what's the Texas score now should be 21-13. The Horns have gone ahead on Campbell's touchdown run. The little cross or the plus there indicates the game is still in progress. That Oklahoma score should be 35-28 now Sooners. But the rest of them, you can see that most of the membership of the top 10 won their games, though some of them did have to work pretty hard to get them. All right, still 25 seconds to play in the first half, and Alabama taking their time coming out with Donnie Faust in there. He's a bigger fellow at 210 pounds. They want him in there for blocking. Unless they give it to Davis, they give it to Nathan. Nathan dives, and he's in there. Touchdown. Took it right in behind Faust over the right side, and Davis went up over the top and fell across the plane to goal line for the touchdown with 21 seconds to play in the first half.
They lined up 4 offensive linemen to the right of the center, just made a wedge in there, and even at that, they just had to press to get it in there. They just barely made it in.
Kevin Jones will hold now, and Roger Chapman will try to convert it. First touchdown of the ball game. Kick is up. Kick is short. So with 21 ticks remaining on the first half clock, Alabama makes it a 10-3 ball game now, and the LSU offense has been almost wholly impotent in the first half.
Well, the first downs reflect that certainly. There are 12 first downs for Alabama and 1 for LSU in this entire first half, so it just shows you how they've dominated. Here, if you'll just see, there's 4 offensive linemen just massed to the right. Rutledge comes back, gives the ball to Nathan. You can see the penetration, but look at him go up and over. Great defensive work, and you'll see that he just barely gets over the goal line. Of course, that's all you need. But it's a tribute to both teams, the way they're hitting, blocking, and also playing defense.
Chapman now will kick it off for Alabama with Oki Gijon, the deep man, number 47. Jerry Murphy, 29, and Leroy Jones, 9, are back there as the short men. It's a knuckleball downfield to Leroy Jones. And Jones comes up to about the 34, where he goes down with 14 seconds to play in the first half. Been a very swift ball game. Just kicked off about an hour ago.
That's right. It's really moving.
That was a fine drive by Alabama. 94 yards, 13 plays, and they used 6 minutes and 43 seconds to do it. That's dominating.
Well, they dominated the game.
Insminger now sets the Tigers at the 34-yard line, gives to Charles Alexander. And there isn't much for Alexander, no room to run as he tries to slant it over the right side. Wingo is out there. Murray Legg, number 19, had come up out of the cornerback position, helped on the play as well. We have 4 seconds remaining, and LSU spins its last time out. Ball is at the 37-yard line, where it is second down. And Alabama playing center field football as Insminger puts it up, throwing for Carson, and no chance. He was double-teamed with Mike Tucker and Murray Legg running with him stride for stride, and the first half is over. So the teams repaired to their locker rooms. The two bands are massing to come along. Fireman's Fun flashback coming up in a few moments, which will reflect some excitements of college football. Score at halftime, Alabama 10, LSU 3. The first half statistics as the teams line up to kick off.
Well, you can see that Alabama has dominated this game statistically. 185 yards to just 46, and when you consider LSU as the leading ground team in the entire nation, you know that there's something.
Roger Chapman kicks off. High, short kick. It goes to Gajon. Oh, he got to the sidelines and was within 2 men of breaking away. Mike Tucker, 21, saved it for Alabama.
He sure did. Boy, that was going to be a long one. Mike Tucker made a great tackle on the play to save it.
First down, LSU at the 32-yard line. Offensively, Insminger at quarterback, Alexander Simmons, Quintella Carson are the wide receivers. And the first play of the second half. The offensive front, same as the first half. LSU's offense, dormant in the first half. Alexander. Well, he was held to 6 to 7 yards last week by Ole Miss, and Alabama's doing a fair job on him today. Wayne Hamilton, number 94, defensive end for the Tide. Marty Lyons, tackle. Terry Jones, a good ball game for him today at nose guard. David Hanna, last of the Big Hanna boys, and Dewey Mitchell at the defensive end. Rich Wingo is a linebacker, and Barry Krause at linebacker. Quintella goes in motion on second down and 9. Insminger pitches it out to Alexander. Got a hole. First big play of the ball game offensively for LSU. Quintella, who weighs 191 pounds, got out there and made a solid block on somebody. Then Sam McCage also knocked down a red shirt, and Alexander went to 25.
Good option play. They fake to the fullback Simmons up the middle, and he deals the ball off to Alexander, and you can see that blazing speed once he gets into the secondary.
First down, LSU at the Alabama 41-yard line. Alexander again across the 40 to the 38-yard line. Let's check the Alabama secondary, give you a look at those young men. Don McNeil, number 28, the cornerback for the Tide. Mike Tucker, who just made that play on the sidelines at cornerback. Murray Legg, the strong safety for Alabama. And Mike Springer, the free safety. It's second down, 7. From the Alabama 38. Alabama may have encroached, but on the other hand, LSU might have pulled it.
The contact was made by the
Alabama.
Well, there was two that must have staggered his cadence that time because they all seemed to go at the same time.
Perry Jones, the first man in red to move, the middle guard. And he is responsible for the 5-yard penalty. It'll make it second down now and a little bit more than a yard for a first down. The game has been relatively free of penalties. Alabama 2 for 20, LSU 1 for 15. Second down, about a yard and a half for a first down. Kelly Simmons, the fullback. LSU has the first down at the Alabama 19-yard line. It was Don McNeil that saved the 6.
I don't know. Charlie must have given them some raw meat at halftime because they're off and running in this quarter. There he is, a great drop play up the middle. And you can see Kelly Simmons making good yardage.
So LSU coming out here to start the second half, and the first offensive possession trying to take away Alabama's dominance in the game. Ball at the 20-yard line, first down, finally. And it's Alexander. And he hits it to the 17 for 3. Bengals did very little.
Now they're operating out of the... Yeah, they did. They're operating out of that same formation now. They're faking to the fullback up the middle. They ran the option. They faked to him. Next time they gave him the ball, and that time they faked the ball to the fullback and gave it to Alexander off tackle. All off the same sequence.
Charles has now run 13 times with the ball, picked up 71 yards. Taking second down 8 just inside the 18 of the Tide. Third quarter just getting underway. Insminger keeps it. Now back it comes to Alexander. One man misses him in the open field. The pursuit, however, buries him just inside the 15-yard line. Huey Mitchell and Murray Legg, the primary attackers, on the play, and it's going to bring up a third and long now, third and about 5.
That was the same option play that they ran with success earlier in this drive. But this ran it to the left this time, but it was unsuccessful. Good defense by the Tide. Now there you see, look at the averages. They can run the ball.
Insminger to Quintella. Good defensive pursuit. They just kept stringing him out till they ran out of real estate and then belted him out of bounds. There's a loss on that play of about 3. It's going to bring up 4th down, and LSU will go for 3 points.
Well, you want to say something about the defensive secondary because, you know, the linemen and linebackers, of course, do a great job. But without the secondary supporting on these option plays, being able to tackle well, you know, the team would be running down the field forever.
Mike Conway out of David Woodley's hole. Conway has kicked the 31-yarder. This one is from 35 yards. Snaps off target, but the kick is a knuckleball and drilled wide.
Wow.
Didn't quite get under it. You could see the holder, Woodley, had to reach to the outside or to his right to bring it down, and apparently the timing was thrown off by it, and Conway missed it. And so Alabama holds and takes over. First down at the 20-yard line.
The Alabama defense deployed in anticipation of some kind of a gadget and was willing to take and allow the 3 points. Of course, they missed it, but they were in a good defensive set to avoid any touchdown pass.
The offensive alignment, as you saw there, offensive line and backfield as well. And right in there to make the hit is number 86, John Adams, the defensive end for LSU. And this is the way the Tigers line up defensively. Lou Sibley started at defensive end. George Atiyah, the freshman. Kent Broha, the defensive tackle. And John Adams, who's had a heck of a ball game for the Tigers. Bobby Monroe, linebacker and punter. And George Cubitt, linebacker. And Steve Ripple at linebacker. Second down and 9 for Alabama. And Johnny Davis just keeps on running. One man very seldom will hold that big horse at the line of scrimmage. He's out to the 25. It'll bring up 3rd and 5. The secondary for the Bayou Bengals. Willie Teal, cornerback, 37. Bob Kahn, 32, a cornerback. Gary Blacketer, 36, a strong safety, and Jackie Casanova, number 33. And yes, he was related to that other young man named Casanova who became an All-American here at LSU. Davis inside, got a first down. Oh, boy, that was strong.
Oh, it didn't look like he was going to get anything. He keeps running right off the backs of the offensive line, which did hit out well. And he picked up the first down. Didn't look like he was going to get anything.
Right behind 258-pound Bob Kreider and 235-pound Dave Sadler. The Bear.
Think he liked what just happened?
He was a little testy this morning, he was. He was concerned about this ball game, and he's not out of the woods yet. Rutledge wanting to throw it. Gets it off to Newsom, and a great diving catch by Ozzie Newsom.
Well, he is really something else. That ball was thrown. Watch him here. They got double coverage. Of course, they relieve it. Here he comes right up the field. Turns to the outside. The ball is thrown way to his outside. He dives. Look at this. Gets it in his fingertips and holds on for a completion. Wow.
He ran in there and took his bump from Chris Williams, gave as much as he got, and then made the catch. And it's first down Alabama at the LSU 48-yard line. Rutledge. Nice little game by Jeff Rutledge as he takes it from the 48 down to about the 41. Ozzie Newsom now on 4 catches for 62 yards.
I was impressed with the way Rutledge, once he got into the secondary, saw he was going to get tackled. He really protected the football, wanted to avoid any turnover.
See, 62 yards for Ozzie Newsome. He needed 78 coming into this game to tie David Bailey's career record at Alabama. Tony Nathan finds no place to go as he's hit right down along the line of scrimmage by John Adams again, number 86. Now you can see Texas, that's the top 10 of the UPI poll. Texas pulling away in their ball game against Houston. The first 3 games are not over as yet. You can see that Oklahoma finally found their footing, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. 3 teams at Oklahoma, Michigan, and Notre Dame all scoring more than 60 points today. 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They go to Johnny Davis.
Look at that.
He's like a tree falling down.
Well, he's got Lou Green and Dave Sadler out in front of him, and they're just driving him off the line of scrimmage, and he's just right in behind him. Boy, he's strong.
Benji Thibodeau, number 77, goes back into the lineup to change for LSU. Trying to beef it up in there. First down, Alabama at the 33 of LSU. And Davis is inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Another first down. Jim Bunch this time through the block that got him going.
Willie Teal, 5'11", 175. Looking at a big load like Johnny Davis, I'll tell you, hung in there pretty good.
Sure did. Major Ogilvie was in the lineup for the one play, goes out. Nathan comes back in. Davis is out, and Mitch Ferguson is in. Davis now has gone over 100 yards. 16 carries, 101 yards. First down from the LSU 18-yard line. Fumble by Ferguson. LSU gets it.
That's a tough break for the Tide and a great one for Louisiana.
3rd time they've turned it over in the ball game. Alabama 10, LSU 3. 8:12 to go, 3rd quarter. LSU stops Alabama as Mitch Ferguson fumbles it away. The 3rd time Alabama's lost the game and lost the ball in this game. John Adams recovered for LSU at the 9, where the Tigers take it. First down. Fullback Kelly Simmons up across the 15 to the 16-yard line, 7 yards.
Let's see if we can see this fumble. Rutledge gives the ball to Mitch Ferguson. There it comes out right after he has been handed to it. There it's out, and he fumbled forward. The ball, here it is bouncing around. No one seems to be able to get a handle on it. There it is. There it is on the ground. Some more. It comes between the legs of one of the Tide. And, of course, finally LSU gets it.
John Adams got it on 2nd down and 3. Play goes over the right side, very short. They're going to be looking at 3rd down, and they'll need the better part of 2 yards on 3rd down.
And they've had difficulty making the first downs from this position, particularly in the first half, certainly.
Got to go to the 19. Carlos Carson coming out of the lineup now. Double tight end alignment. Ball goes to Alexander. No, sir. They were looking for him.
Oh, I mean, that Tide really rises to the occasion on those 3rd down and short situations.
Pompano Beach's pride and joy, Barry Crouch, 235-pound linebacker, made the stop.
Have to punt into the wind also.
It's the 6th punt of the ball game by Bobby Moreau. Tony Nathan is the lead man. Pretty good one. Penalty flags are down. LSU's got the ball. Let's see about the penalty. Sam McGage almost caught it in the air. 44-yard punt.
Here's Nathan turning to the inside. Oh, good contact in there. That was a good contact fumble.
Penalties were against Alabama. LSU obviously refuses. They take the football. First down at the Alabama 46.
Talk about field position. Alabama drove all the way down the field. Fumble going inside the 10-yard line. And, of course, here's another turnover. I think the 5th of the game for them.
Insminger to throw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. Tide ate him up. Back up the 48-yard line. David Hanna in there reaching and grabbing for him. Some of the scores out of the West Coast now. Southern California apparently waking up, having lost 2 in a row. Jumping on Stanford in California at halftime over Washington 21-17. UCLA and Oregon 14-zip Bruins. And Washington State 14-7 over the Beavers of Oregon State. Second down. And about 17. Brought to Alexander. Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. He ran over number 34 of Alabama. Stumbled and fell over Phil Allman. Otherwise, he was gone, as out in front trying to make the block was Mike Quintella, and when Quintella and Allman get tangled up, he fell over them.
One of the reasons this play is successful, look at Krause, slips and falls, number 77, the linebacker, and of course, Alexander really roars through.
And suddenly, it's first down, LSU. And time is now called by Alabama, as Charlie McClendon's offensive unit beginning to assert itself here in the third quarter. 5:23 to go, and Alabama leading 10-3. First down from the 32-yard line of Alabama. The ball goes to Quintella. If he'd have cut it inside, he'd have gotten some yardage. He took it outside, he got 1.
Yeah, he read it outside. He had good blocking right at the point of attack, and he elected to go outside and came up with just maybe a yard.
Wayne Hamilton made the tackle.
All right.
Suddenly realized. Second down, 9. Ball is at the Alabama 31. Insminger yet to complete a pass today. He's 0 for 5. Try again. Oh, he's got all the room in the world to run. Penalty flag to go down, and they may tack on some more yardage to it, as Insminger was brought down inside the 15-yard line.
Got outside to contain that time and was really clean. Now it's a clipping against the Tigers.
It happened right downfield. It thought as the man reached inside, it might have been a face mask, but it was not. It was clipping. And Texas wins over Houston 35-21 to hold on to first place, I think, in the national polls, no matter what Alabama does here this afternoon. Right now, Alabama's not concerned about Texas.
Yeah, that's
concerned about Alabama.
I'll tell you, one of the things in defense, you want to keep the quarterback inside. Once he gets outside to contain, the man is supposed to keep him inside the pocket. Then it puts in a tremendous pressure on the secondary. And, of course, Insminger elected to run that time, and the secondary had to come up and tackle.
The long run nullified by the penalty. The ball is at the Alabama 29, second down and 7. Insminger wanting to throw, goes. It is incomplete, almost intercepted by Mike Tucker, number 21. It actually touched the fingers of Carlos Carson. 9 Eastern time over most of these stations. Third down and 7 to the sidelines, out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, it's just out. Had him open there. You can see this is a key play. Quintella comes down and breaks on the outside of Carlos. Carson goes to the sideline. If the ball had been there a little sooner, but you can see the ball is thrown just out of bounds right there. He catches the ball, but you can see that he's out of bounds.
And it is fourth down and 7 from the Alabama 29. LSU now 0 for 9 in converting third down play. They've not done it all day. Alexander in motion.
And a blitz on.
Wayne Hamilton nails him down. Murray Legg, the strong safety, came in blitzing and made the first contact.
Tremendous time to put the blitz on. They had a lot of people deployed, double wideouts on both sides, no one to protect. They had a man-to-man coverage. They did a great job.
Time is out on the field. Alabama has the ball. First down at its own 45. Sun just about to leave this part of America. Heading west.
What a sight.
Pretty, isn't it?
Sure is.
Alabama First down, 45-yard line. The Tide defense does its job. Now let's see what the offense can do as Rutledge goes to throw. Going deep for Ozzie Newsome. Oh. Penalty flag is thrown back upfield. We may get a little pushing call there against somebody. I don't know if it'll be offense. I don't know if it'll be defense. We'll see.
Couldn't tell. See how they're calling it. Interference. LSU. Let's take a look here and see. Ozzie Newsome comes up the field. Fakes in, breaks to the outside, and tries to run the home run.
Young freshman Chris Williams, the one that got burned there.
Must be when he put his arm out there and reached and pushed off on him, I guess.
It is first down on that 26-yard penalty for Alabama at the LSU 29-yard line. 4:10 to go in the third quarter. Johnny Davis to the 23 for 6 yards.
Well, they sure like to run over Sadler and Green, don't they? And they make yardage over there.
Johnny Green now should have 107 yards and 17 carries. Does, according to our statistician, Max Swanson. Green again, Davis again, right behind Green and Sadler, and he's down inside the 20, close to a first down.
I think they'll probably maybe play it a little conservative and try to pound it in here, because they've been looking for that second touchdown, been denied on a number of occasions.
Alabama's turned it over 4 times in the ball game, lost all 4 fumbles. LSU, on the other hand, unable to complete a forward pass. Third down, about a foot. And it's the left halfback slanting in there, Tony Nathan, to get the first down. At the 17-yard line.
Even a field goal here would require 2 scores. But just 7 points, of course, puts them in jeopardy here, 10-3.
First downs in the ball game. Alabama has 18 now, and LSU just 4. Davis to the 13 for about 4 yards.
Kind of buttoning up and just going to try to pound it in there, I think.
They put Faust in the ball game, number 44, 210-pounder. Johnny Davis at 227 is in, and Tony Nathan at 195 or 6. So the big horses are in. Davis to the 10-yard line. So he just keeps banging away.
He's something, I'll tell you. 227 pounds. Averaging about 5 yards a carry, and, you know, they give it to him on all the tough, hard yardage.
I see that Dwight Stevenson, the center, gets up hobbling just a little bit for Alabama, but he's going to stay. Football is sitting on the LSU 10. Third down, 2.5 yards for a first down with a minute 50 to go in the third quarter. Davis.
Oh, look at that.
First and goal to go at the 4.
I'm going to tell you something. Luke Green and Sadler just came off the line of scrimmage and just moved everything in front of them back. Woo!
Davis now at 122 yards. Goal line defensive unit goes in for LSU. First down and goal to go Alabama, just inside the Tiger 5. With an 8-man front, Davis takes it to about the 3, maybe the 2.
You got to take your hat off those Tigers. They make you go the hard way. They're not going to give anything easy.
You got about 1.5 yards. The ball is at the 3-yard line. LSU man shaken up on the play. And time is called on the field for the injured player. We'll run down scores now out of the Ivy League. Brown winning today. Harvard defeated Penn. Cornell beat Columbia. That's, I guess, Cornell's first win of the year, isn't it? Colgate continues undefeated with a win, and Syracuse jumped on Navy today, 45-34. North Carolina and Clemson a 13-13 tie, and they're playing for the lead of the ACC, while Duke romped the Demon Deacons 38-14. Blue Devils winning big. Ivan Phillips is being helped off the field now with a leg injury. VMI, Georgia losing to Florida 22-17, a game seen earlier here on ABC. Kentucky continues to roll along, but Kentucky is ineligible for the conference title. Mississippi State beat Auburn today. And Tennessee defeated Memphis State. That loss to Mississippi State, incidentally, that pretty much takes Auburn out of contention for the SEC title. Indiana jumping on Iowa, and Purdue beating Wisconsin. Back to the play here now. Second down, goal to go from the 3-yard line for Alabama. Rutledge keeps it. And he's not there. Just short.
I don't know how he got through any of that traffic in there. There was a lot of it.
I thought for a moment they might get him behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
He turned it up.
Wow. Look where that ball is. This isn't the first goal line stand that the Tigers put on. They've had many of them.
Third and goal from the foot. Nathan, touchdown.
Boy, they had to work for it, I'll tell you. They really had to work. They earned it.
Getting his second touchdown of the day. Kevin Jones in the hole. Roger Chapman will left-foot it up. Knocks it right into that big bunch of Alabama partisans in that end zone. And with 24 seconds to go in the third quarter, it's now Alabama 17 and LSU 3. Other scores continuing to come in, all of them final. SMU beating Rice. Colorado just getting by Iowa State. And Kansas State and Kansas had a good one. Jayhawkers winning 29-21, while Army leading the Air Force out in the Rockies. And USC over Stanford at halftime by 21-0. California hanging in the hunt for a postseason bowl game. Certainly UCLA very much still in the chase for the Rose Bowl. Washington State leading Oregon State. And Nebraska beat Missouri 21-10, while Pitt rolled over West Virginia. Kickoff now, and it goes deep in the end zone to Hokie Giljon, and you better sit on it, Hokie. First down, LSU at the 20. Penn State had their moments before they finally pulled one out today, and Michigan ran wild against Northwestern. Three teams scored over 60 points today. Michigan, Notre Dame, one of the others, and Oklahoma, the third team. Ohio State winning rather easily. I still think those Buckeyes are an awfully good football team. Texas, though, is going to be sitting right there in first place, and the next time the ballots come in, 35-21 over Houston today. First down, LSU at the 20. They're down by 14 points now. Ensminger yet to complete a pass today. Gives it to Charles Alexander. He moves it to the 23. It'll be second down and 7. Alexander now with 99 yards in the game.
Well, LSU will have at least a wind to their back.
So the third quarter is over. After 3, Alabama 17, LSU 3. Beautiful sunset in the Bayou portion of Louisiana in the third quarter numbers.
You know, if it wasn't for the LSU tenacious defense, of course the score could be higher because the statistics reflect a tremendous job by Alabama.
Second down 7 for LSU. Mixed up in the backfield. Alexander finally gets the ball, and there's no place to go. They've got him right at the line of scrimmage. Barry Krause leading the tacklers for Alabama. Waited too long, and part of the reason was that Ensminger almost fell down behind the line of scrimmage. You can see a very important statistic right there. The LSU quarterback is 0 for 7.
Well, the backside guard pulled, and the quarterback Ensminger almost tripped over it.
Third and 7.
Oh, he got it. What an interception.
I don't know how in the world he got the ball away.
I don't either. It looked like he was going to be knocked down for negative yardage, and he did get the ball away.
I think they blew it dead back there anyway. I do believe they did.
You know, Charlie was saying yesterday that David Woodley, his other quarterback, number 8, who hasn't played, was more of a runner, and of course Steve Emsminger is the passing and running type quarterback. But I'll tell you this, you've got to give tribute to this Alabama defense. They're making it tough.
Give John Knox, 64, sophomore out of Lipscomb, Alabama, defensive end, credit for that quarterback sack. 4th down from the 15. LSU's got to punt it. Monroe hangs it up there, and Tony Nathan comes up for a fair catch and sits down with it at the 48-yard line.
He's going to have to check his cleats. He's slipped a few times today.
That's the 7th punt of the ball game for LSU, and that one carried 33 yards with no return. And here's Alabama leading 17-3. Have the ball. They put it at the LSU 49. The LSU defense got to be getting a little tired now as Stedman Shealy is in as quarterback with the second unit. Shealy keeps.
Well, he's quick.
He goes to the LSU 31-yard line before Jackie Casanova bring him down, and now Charlie McClendon's troops a little bit of trouble.
Well, the very thing that happened in this football game thus far is what Charlie didn't want to happen. That was his defense to be on the field as often as they have been. He was hopeful his own team would be able to possession the ball, but that is not what has happened here.
Mitch Ferguson, Donnie Faust, and Major Ogilvy lined up behind Stedman Shealy. First down at the LSU 31. Shealy. Good runner. He's down to the 23-yard line before John Adams brings him down. John Adams keeps playing like that. Keeps growing. He might at least get elected mayor. Three sophomores and one senior in the Alabama offensive backfield. Faust is a senior, everybody else sophomore. Faust, the senior, to the 20 to the 19. That should be a first down. They needed to go for 2 yards to the 21, and they mark it at the 20. It'll be an Alabama first down as the Tide leads 17-13 with 12:56 to play, and they're drawing pictures on the LSU side of the field.
Yeah, they're getting some instruction there.
Shealy. Second down and 10. Nathan, option pass, wide open, Keith Pugh, touchdown. He beat Casanova and Willie Teal.
There's a replay of it. You'll see the ball from Shealy, and Nathan throws the ball, and Pugh is wide open. The defensive secondary man came up to stop it. You'll see here Willie Teal. They switch positions, and 36 comes up, and he's out of the ballpark. It's Dennis Kimball. Pugh catches the ball. It's right on the money. A well-executed play.
The kick by Chapman is good. 11 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the ball game now, and the depth of Alabama beginning to tell. The Tide pulling away at 24-3. Alabama scoring drive reflected there. Hokie Gajon, a freshman out of Baton Rouge, deep man with Murphy and Leroy Jones back there with him. Alabama's lead now is 24-3. The kickoff by Chapman. It'll go to Gajon in the end zone. He'll come with it. Gets bungled up at the 18-yard line, and down he goes with John Turpin there to help him ball down. He actually sort of ran into his own people and went down in the pile.
The score and the first downs are pretty close. The first downs are Alabama 22 and LSU 4, and the score is 24-3.
LSU was offside on the kickoff. Whether or not Alabama wants to let them have it on the 18 or whether they want to kick it again. David Woodley coming onto the field. He'll be at quarterback now for LSU. He's a 184-pound sophomore out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Seems to me I know somebody else from Shreveport. Oh, yes. A fellow named Sedaris, something like that. Well, anyway. First down at the 18-yard line. Kelly Simmons, the fullback, breaks it to the 25 for 7. 11:35 to go in a ball game. Here's the story on what happened at Rice Stadium today down in Houston as Texas beat Houston University 35-21. Campbell went for 173 yards. Terry Miller went for 120 yards today, but mercy, look what happened to his team. The two prime Heisman candidates, at least in my opinion. The pitch to Alexander. Out for the 33. That's the first down. 32, they'll mark it. First down, LSU. Clock stops while they move the chains. 11:06 to go in this ball game, and it's now 105 yards for Charles Alexander.
Oh, Woodley has only thrown the ball 21 times during the course of the year, completing 7 for a 33% average. So really, even though Ensminger didn't have a good day, Woodley's strong suit is running and not throwing the ball.
Ball is handed off inside to Leroy Jones, 190-pound sophomore, and he hits in there for about 6 or 7. But Alabama now, with 10.5 minutes to play in the game and leading 24-3, they can sort of settle in here, play a little contained, and take a deep breath.
Oh, you bet. They're in good position from the standpoint of field position and score.
Second down 4 from the 38. Woodley to throw it, throws it short, has a man, Quintella. Quintella's got a first down, goes out to the 47-yard line, and that is the first pass completion of the game for LSU.
Well, it's Woodley, their second-best passer, that gets the job done.
And little Mike Quintella is aching some. He'll come out. He's not so little. He weighs 190 pounds. Alabama also had a lot of their defensive reserves in now. Now they put the big uglies back in there. First unit comes in defensively on first down for LSU at the 47. Woodley's pass, incomplete. Intended receiver Carlos Carson never had a chance. He was flat on the ground by the time the ball got there.
Well, there's 3 of them there. I don't know whether the cleats are a little short or whether the field is, in fact, a little slippery, because all 3 of them went down as they tried to come back to get to the ball.
We go inside 10 minutes to play in the ball game now. LSU unable to move the ball through the air against Alabama. That's been fundamentally the story. Alabama leading 24-3 despite 4 turnovers. Oh, fine run by David Woodley, and he's got a first down for LSU at the Alabama 38.
Well, Keith, you remember the USC-Alabama game? They were clear out in front, and Hurdle got a hot hand, scored some touchdowns, and when it looked like Alabama had a comfortable lead.
Marcus Quinn, the man that made a block that time to give Woodley some running room. So the Bengals first down at the Alabama 38. Got it. Quinn's got the ball. Ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage, but Marcus reached up there, the freshman from New Orleans, and he made a one-handed grab as Wayne Hamilton was the fellow who tipped it at the line of scrimmage, and an Alabama man is down on the field. Looks like Rich Wingo, linebacker, junior out of Elkhart, Indiana.
Yeah, he's right up from our neighborhood. He's a good football player up there. Hope he's not hurt too seriously.
Time is out for the injured player with 9:04. Go in the ball game, Tide leading by 21. Rich Wingo will leave the game. You can see he is being supported off the field, but he is walking rather freely. So sort of hold your breath when you see a fella go down holding a knee.
You bet.
But he's going to walk off. Joe Montana for 273 yards today and 3 touchdowns.
Boy, he had a real afternoon.
There's another name, though. When he showed up at Notre Dame there, I thought sure as the world. A guy named Joe Montana from Monongahela had to be a cinch. Oh, there he may be, too, before he's through. All right, here we go. Second down and 6 for LSU. Just inside the Alabama 35. Woodley going long for Carson, and it's incomplete. Defending on the play, Don McNeil.
Good coverage by McNeil. He was right there. But watch here, Carson's trying to run by him. Carlos Carson. McNeil's right on it, staying right on the inside. They had a blitz on. He's man-to-man, sheltering the inside, keeping him from running across the field. Almost intercepts the ball. Good pass defense.
It's one of those what might have been, though, had the ball been thrown 3 feet the other way, to the other side. Third down, 6, and Woodley rolls it out. Oh, he can move it out, can he? First down, LSU, as he takes it inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. Mike Kramer made the stop.
Well, he can run. He had some good statistics before he came into this ball game.
Working on Wingo there, wrapping that knee, putting ice on it. Swelling.
I hope just it's a sprain, no more than that, we hope.
First down, LSU, Alabama 23. 8:20 to go in the ball game, and Woodley will put it up. Throws for Carson. Can't get it. Carlos Carson, who opened up really this season, what did he catch? First 6 passes went for scores?
First six passes that he caught during the 1977 season were for scores, and this afternoon he doesn't have one.
He's been pretty quiet the last few games, as a matter of fact. Leading 24-3, 8:16 to go, and still not happy.
Come again.
That's beautiful ball handling in the backfield as Quintella gets around the corner, but again, the Alabama first unit defense brings him out well.
Alabama's been doing a lot of outside blitzes, what we call the rovers, coming up on the line of scrimmage with a free safety and 19 Murray Legg is coming from the wide side of the field, and you're in trouble if you've got anything coming to the wide side.
The ball is marked just inside the 20, close to the 19, where it is third down and 7. Woodley throws short, and the ball skitters away from Quintella for an incomplete forward pass, stopping the clock at 8:03. Murray Legg defending.
Hung on to that ball. It wouldn't have been a big gainer, but certainly it would have been closer to a first down situation for him.
Alabama's in a position where they can play deep enough and center field you and let you throw that short stuff, but that's about the only way you're going to, I think, to have any success against them now with 8 minutes to play.
You have to have perfect execution to pick up the first down.
4th and 7. LSU is going to be nailed for illegal procedure if the pass is successful. It is not. Robert DeLee, number 43, coming across, the tight end, trying to pick it up. He's a freshman out of Clinton, Louisiana. Big fella, 6'4", 225. Alabama holds. They'll take over the football. First down, just inside their own 20. Stedman Shealy, the quarterback for Alabama, and he's out to around the 22 before he's wrestled down. Give him the better part of 3 yards on the carry. And Alabama now will try to keep that ball down on the ground. Just keep chunking out the first downs and wind that clock on down.
Yeah, Stedman had his trailing back open. If he'd have kicked it out there, he'd have picked up more yardage. Maybe he's just trying to avoid any exchanges.
Just out beyond the 21. He's second down, short 8. Penalty flag goes down. And the Alabama quarterback, Stedman Shealy, was really popped.
You know, Keith, I didn't see the Alabama-Nebraska game, which was on ABC television. But this football team, as Charlie Thornton, the sports information director, pointed out yesterday, is a continuing improving team, this Alabama ball club. They're strong, they're quick, they got good speed, and they've got some depth in there, and of course Bear Bryant is not afraid to play them. I see a penalty being assessed here. But I think that they're going to be at the year end, based on their, even in this performance here, the score is 24-3, and if it hadn't been for the turnovers and the errors, the score could be a little higher than that. This is a good ball club.
Personal foul whistled against LSU as somebody went in there and zapped Stedman Sheely. He's all right. He's back in there at quarterback. 7:14 to go in the ball game. Johnny Davis. You can hear the popping all the way up here, and we're a long way from the playing field. Davis has the ball. He moved from the 43-yard line to about 45. Give him 2. Alabama holds on to win, and I see no reason at the moment why they shouldn't. It'll be 6-0 in the Southeastern Conference, and they lock the spot in the Sugar Bowl. They have only Auburn left to play. Auburn lost today. Sheely keep it. Good run by Stedman Sheely, and he's still trying.
We couldn't get him down. Uh-oh.
Little mix-up on the sidelines between Sheely and Willie Teal.
You all right?
Mad, but he's all right. 7 carries now for 55 yards for Stedman Sheely. Auburn, in losing today, will not have, even if they should beat Alabama, Alabama will still have the edge in conference games because Auburn is 3-1 as of today, and Alabama will be 6-0.
That makes about 6 out of 7, doesn't it, in the conference championship for the Bear?
Yep.
You know, ever since he went to the Wishbone, 1971, he's won 68 games and lost 6. Now that tells you a little something about the Wishbone. They're still using it effectively.
That's Lou Eichner. And he's wrestled down. It's first down at the 39-yard line. Eichner gets the ball to the 37 for 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 now for Alabama. And the clock is gambling along, as you can see.
Alabama's really dominated this conference. And, you know, if you look at the statistics, they talk about the Wishbone not being an effective offense. Time and time again, we see this Alabama team put points on the board.
2nd and 8, Sheely keeping to the 31-yard line. That's going to leave him 2 yards short of his first down. 3rd down coming up.
Stedman is really a clever ball handler. He makes real good fakes to the inside, and I think the LSU team thought Johnny Davis had that ball. He comes out clean.
8 carries for Sheely now and 60 yards in the game. 5:25 to go in the ball game. Major Ogilvy hangs in there for the first down. He's a youngster out of the Birmingham area. Freshman, big fellow, brought down by Lyman White. So 2 freshmen knocked heads on that play. Well, you know, you go back to the Liberty Bowl game of last year when Alabama jumped on UCLA 36-6, and the feeling was then that it was a collection of young men that could be put together in the right combination, put them in the right place, and they would have a decent sort of a team this year. And obviously, it's been done.
Yeah, with the exception of the stumbling in that Nebraska game, they've been really outstanding.
Sheely gives it this time to the big guy inside, being Steve Whitman now with Johnny Davis on the sidelines. Whitman is a 224-pound sophomore out of Birmingham. But one of the things that Bear Bryant did, if you remember, back in the early 70s, particularly 70, 71, 73, up through 5, I guess, before this 30-95 rule really started to take its toll. Remember how many times he played more than 60 people?
Oh, I remember in the Sugar Bowl game when we played him.
2nd down and 7. The ball goes this time to
there's a penalty.
John Crow, and a penalty flag is thrown. The son of John David Crow carrying the ball that time, and there's a flag on the field.
Well, Charlie Mack has got really a young football team. He's 5-3. If this game concludes the way we think it's going to, he's got good speed. And if this defense grows up, because they were tenacious for a good 3.5 quarters.
penalty call against Alabama here is going to back them up and stall this particular march downfield and stopping the clock at 4:03. You know, I sort of thought after what we had seen a couple of weeks ago at Notre Dame era that who knew with what Charlie McClendon would come out here all splendidly attired in purple shirts today or something, looking for that little psychological lift. Against Alabama.
It worked for the Irish in the Southern Cal game. They really rolled. The last 3 ball games, they've really been moving the football.
Since Montana started playing quarterback.
Yeah, he's been hot.
39-yard line is where they back them up to. They've got to go to the LSU 17 for the first down. So it's 2nd and 22. Sheely rolling. Oh, hello. Loses a shirt tail and then finally goes down. All the way back at the 46-yard line. Lyman White and Gary Radiker were the 2 destroyers for LSU. Look at what Mr. Charles Fusina did for Penn State.
Isn't that amazing? And yet they just won by a score of 21-17. They got 315 yards passing. Got 2 touchdowns. He had some kind of day. Woo.
He threw a touchdown pass with 58 seconds to play to win the game for Penn State. Third down and a mile and a half for Alabama at the 46. Major Ogilvy. It's obvious Alabama doesn't care a whit about scoring any more points. They just want to keep that clock running. So on 4th down, they will punt with the clock rolling along to 3 minutes to play in the ball game. Who's we? We eloped. I wonder who we was. Dad's probably happy. Saved him some money. Punts away by Buddy Holt. Goes to Chris Williams. And he makes the fair catch at the 11-yard line with 2:45 to play in a ball game. LSU gets the ball trailing 24-3. Okay, y'all. We got a pretty sunset. The bayou country of Louisiana. And 2:45 to play in a ball game with LSU owning the ball first down at the 11-yard line. Charles Alexander is going no place. John Knox leads the wave of Alabama tacklers, and they take him down. The offensive player in today's football game, fullback for the Alabama Crimson Tide, Johnny Davis, 23 carries, 126 yards.
Boy, a lot of those yards were tough, hard yards that made the difference in first downs.
University of Alabama General Scholarship Fund gets $1,000 from Chevrolet in Johnny Davis's name. Charles Alexander cuts it upfield, gets it out across the 15 to the 16 for 5 yards.
Hey, he's done well too, you know. He's over the 100-yard mark, 22 for 110, Keith.
His team is trailing by 21 points.
You bet.
David Woodley throws it short to Alexander. And he's out short for the first down. He's knocked down at the 20-yard line by Terry Jones, the middle guard for Alabama. There is a likely name for Terry Jones. Is our Chevrolet defensive player of the game. Alabama will get a second $1,000 contribution from Chevrolet for their general scholarship fund in the name of Terry Jones. So it's Johnny Davis and Terry Jones, the Chevrolet offensive and defensive players of the game. Good kick by Bobby Moreau. Alabama just going to let it roll. And roll dead at the 37-38-yard line with 47 seconds to play. That's the 8th punt in the game by LSU. Clock is stopped now while the chains are moved. Timeout. I'll tell you once more that Alabama has dominated this football game. There's the young man chosen as our defensive player of the game. He was a force in the middle of that line at his middle guard position. LSU had almost no room all day long in there, and now John Crow carries the ball for the Crimson Tide from the 39-yard line, runs it almost out to the first down area. They stop him at the 48.
Terry Jones made a lot of key plays, particularly in the first half defensively, that contributed to the outcome of this game being favorable for Alabama.
He couldn't stand there and be stern for too long. He had to show some of the happiness that goes with winning a college football game. Second down and 1. Jerry Klein, our research. Mike Swanson, our statistician. And Kevin Jones is in at quarterback now for Alabama. He runs it for the first down. That's 25 first downs of the game. The clock stops with 4 seconds to play. Alabama controlling the ball right about 35 minutes. Here's how the top 10 did today. This being the only game out of the top 10 is now official as well. So, the top 10ers did pretty well today in college football. And we saw the Alabama Crimson Tide beat LSU 24-3 as the Bear gets it right off the field. We also saw an LSU team here, very young, a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. As a matter of fact, out of the top 30, I think, only something like 4 seniors among the top 30 players. So it is a team of the future. The final score, Alabama 24, LSU 3.